Hey, when was the last time that you congratulated yourself? I want you to sit back and I want you to think about that. When was the last time you said, good job? When was the last time you spent quality time with yourself? Or maybe the anxiety is taking completely control over your life and you don't have the understanding to be able to do that. You don't have the understanding, you don't have the patience, you don't have the peace in your life to congratulate yourself. I say, great job, Josh. Great job on catching that, Josh. Great job on being aware with that, Josh. Great job, coach, man. You're just a powerful being, coach. Wow, you're just so bold. You're just so courageous. Great job on that. Great job on being brave. Great job on being in the front, of mastering your inner game and teaching other people how to master their inner game. Great job on being that shepherd. Great job on leading and understanding the value of mastering your inner game and overcoming flaws, overcoming depression, anxiety, stress, and overcoming things and challenges in your life. Great job on that. I tell myself this every day. What are you telling yourself great job for? What are you congratulating yourself for? Or do you just go through life as it is? Without any kind of self-awareness, self-love, self-care, self-nurturing? Are you always on the go? Always got to be moving. Always got to be doing. Always got to be jumping. Always got to be reacting. But you're never sitting down and saying, great job. I love me. I love the way I responded to that situation. Great job. I love when my boss came in a little upset and frustrated and I didn't react. I just responded. Great job. I love when my spouse comes in from work and he or she is really upset and irate. And I know they're not mad at me, but I don't react. I just say, great job of being loving, being caring, understanding, supportive. Great job. When was the last time you congratulated yourself? When's the last time you had peace and quiet? When was the last time you spent time with you? When was the last time you did that? I'll wait. And you wonder why you have so much anxiety. You wonder why you're always anxious. You wonder why you're always jumping and reacting to things and to people, what they're saying to you, what they're saying about you, what you're reading. You always being a part of negativity. Like the government, what's going on in the world, the whole pandemic. You always have to have an opinion on something. You always got to state your opinion. You want people to hear your opinion. And you wonder why you're so stressed out. You wonder why you have so much anxiety. Because you're always going and doing. You're never just sitting and being. You're never calming and relaxing. You're never resting to heal. You always got to be doing something. And you wonder why you're so stressed out. They said 90% of doctor visits are related to stress. Understand the importance of sitting down and calming yourself and being in a peaceful state of mind. And you say, Coach, well, that's hard. And I'll be like, shucks, nothing's hard, it's just painful. When you understand the process, it's like that diamond has to understand the process. That butterfly understands the process. It knows it's going to be in a cocoon. And eventually, it's going to come out of the cocoon and turn into a caterpillar where it's walking on the earth. And then eventually, it says, I'm going to be a butterfly because I'm going to get my wings and I can fly and soar through the earth. And I can pollinate different things. I can let people see the beauty that I'm glazing, that I'm showing, that I'm presenting because I went through the process from being in the cocoon to the caterpillar and now I'm a butterfly soaring through the world. So people can get the view and they can see the beauty in me and want to tap in to who they are more and more and more every day. But as long as you anxious and all over the place and got to be doing and got to be jumping and being reactive, you never see the beauty of the butterfly. You never see the beauty of the diamond. all the pressure that the diamond goes through, the fire that the diamond goes through, the cutting that the diamond goes through, travels 90 miles deep to come to the surface to be this magical, amazing, crystal clear diamond that you wear in your ears, some in the nose, some in the lip, some around the neck, some on your fingers, some on your wrists. But it went through a process. But you are so afraid to go through this process because you're only concerned with certainty. You want things to be certain. You want things to be absolute. You're not willing to go through the process and be in the unknown, where creativity happens, where acceptance happens, where let go happens, forgiveness happens, beauty happens, love, peace happens. When you get to that point, that's when the anxiety starts to vanish and disappears out of your world, because you're taking the time and you're spending enough time with you to overcome, not to hate it, not to ignore it, not to belittle it, not to degrade it, but to get to a point where you can completely fall in love with it and become friends with it, best friends with the anxiety. Start to get to a point where you can nurture the anxiety, where you have completely let go and you have stepped completely outside and said, thank you for teaching me these valuable lessons that I would have never known unless I got present in the moment with you. You can even give it a name if you want. Some of my clients give their anxieties names because they become friends with it. And it's their best friend. And before they know it, they start wondering, where is it at? Where's my anxiety at? Where's she at? They got names for them. Where's Precious at? Where's Precious? Precious is not here. And they get confused. And Precious is like, I don't need to be there. You have been working on you. Until you get to this point and you start to realize, you start to focus deeply on yourself and healing. And remember that process is nothing is permanent. Oh, and maybe that's why the anxiety is out of control right now, because you wanting things to be permanent. Nothing is permanent. Understand, I've been to over 50 funerals. Over 50 funerals. Why? Because I understand nothing is permanent. And I enjoyed the time that I got to have with those loved ones that I lost. Friends, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. I enjoyed the time that I was able to have, because I know nothing is permanent. Just like the anxiety, remember, nothing is permanent. But until you go through the process, until you are willing to embrace it, to become friends with it, it will always be something that you would call an enemy, because you keep running away from it. Understand how deep this goes. This is real. Ooh, I'm telling you, like, oh my goodness, I didn't understand it. I can become friends with my anxiety. Yes, I had to become friends with my anxiety. And when I become friends with it, I was like, ooh, it's no longer there. I can go underwater. Oh, I can relax and float in the water. And I can have my whole head, neck, ears in the water, because I became friends with the anxiety. But as long as I kept running from it, as long as I kept avoiding it, as long as I kept hating it, it will continue to appear when the water gets here. Now the water can get all the way up here. And I have no issues because I became friends with the anxiety. Are you willing to become friends with it? Are you willing to get any kind of guidance with this? Are you willing to go through the process? Remember, the butterfly is beautiful. You get to experience the beauty of the butterfly. You get to see the pollination that the butterfly is able to present and put on the flowers that we're able to appreciate. You get to understand the beauty of a diamond because you get to wear them on your fingers, around your neck and your ears, on your hands and on your wrists. You get the beauty of going through that and experiencing that diamond. But the diamond went through a process of being cut, being burned, pushed, pressure. You've been cut, you've been pressured, you've been pushed, you've been talked about, you've been stepped on, spit on. But you want to continue to be a victim and not a victor. It's time. If you're willing and you're ready to get through this anxiety, if you're ready to take back full control of your life, if you're ready for this, I'm inviting you to join me in my anxiety program.